So you want to learn how to complete Mage Tower to get a bundle of rewards? Well, let me tell you how to complete this shit in the most simple way so you don't have to scour the internet for tons of guides and learn tons of information. Let's get it, let's get it, let's get it. No, don't fucking do it! Mom! Mom! I can't do it! Shout out to my boy Axel for giving me the idea of completing the Mage Tower on a Retribution Paladin. Although, you motherfucker, you said it might be piss easy. Well, let me tell you, it wasn't fucking piss easy. Back on track, back on track. Well, let's start off. Now, like everything I play, I'm an expert at my class, and I'm gonna be the best source of information. And I've read tons of guides out there to figure out how the fuck this bitch works. And let me tell you that they're overly complicated, to say the least. Now, I know we all have little tiny chimp brains anyway, since, well, we're playing World of Warcraft, but I think that I can explain to you the best that you've ever seen it before to simply run this bitch down and complete the Mage Tower in under 2 to 3 hours.
Even little old man.
Yes, even you, little Chimmy. Now let's pull this up so I can point out what are the best talents or the most important ones for you to do to complete your objective. Now, I'm not going to be the one to say, hey, these are the best talents for Retribution Paladin, or pretend that I know what the fuck I'm talking about. So let's simply focus on the ones that is needed. First of all, we got our Repentance. This will be used as a main interrupt to complete the case. We don't need to know when for now, but just know you need it. Then we have Divine Steed, and boy is it good getting out of our wheelchair once for a few seconds. This is also important to run round. And then lastly we have Cavalier, because what's better than one stallion than 2 stallions? Well, my job is done here. I'll see you later. Goodbye, end of the video. Praise. Now let's actually try and be useful. We're gonna work our way through to show you what abilities need to be used for when, and then you have an accurate timeline of how to beat this bitch. Now, to make this work, this game needs 2 add-ons. As much as I'd love to say you don't need add-ons to do this, I'd be a liar with my dick in a snake trap. Let's look at the first set of abilities that are the easiest to deal with. First, Jarl. Now, every now and then, he's gonna shout out in a berserker rage. Get the fuck away from him for 20 seconds. Now, this can be done simply with Divine Steed or just pacing yourself far enough away so you don't have to worry about that.
But you do want to keep some stacks of Divine Steed for later.
He will also occasionally turn into a spinny boy with a blade storm, and this does a fuck ton of damage. Simply Hammer of Justice when you see this to tell him to shut the fuck up. Now on to the next little bitch boy that we're dealing with, the Rune Seer Farjar. He's not too complicated. All he does is runic detonation, in which you simply stamp on these little purple boys. Those 2 charges of Divine Steed certainly do come in handy. Now, he does also cast Ancestral Knowledge, which simply puts a shield on him in which you have to break it for 30 seconds. You're going to be Divine Storming throughout all of this. This is the only occasion you'll switch to single target damage to knock the sense out the bitch. Die! Fucking die! 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 The last one to deal with is Big Mummy Sigrun, and honestly, she's a bit of a bitch to deal with. Sigrun casts a spell called Blood of the Father, and if she gets it off, well, she does damage to everything in the room for 30 seconds. You can live it, but boy is it worth interrupting. The difficult part about the ability is that it's a 3-second cast, and we're going to be using Repentance to interrupt it. So keep an eye on that timer and precast it and stop that fucker from using it. You also have these green circles on the floor, just don't stand in them like an idiot. And we also have to dodge these angels, which these bitches just seem to appear out of nowhere. I honestly can't see a timer or anything for them. They're fucking annoying.
So just play perfectly and you'll be fine.
Now, before we get on to a whole timeline for it and a full run-through, I'd appreciate for you to take the moment to like the video. I'm a fucking slave to the algorithm, and I want to get my shit out there. Now, without further ado, I behold you, the timeline on the fight. And feel free to skip to the end if you just want the last bit, but this will help you, trust me.
your step. 4, 3, 2, 1. Watch your step. Danger, danger. Watch your step.
Well, I hope you enjoyed the slightly different content, and although it wasn't a Mythic Plus, this time we mixed it up with our Mage Tower. If you enjoyed the series, please let me know in the comment section, and maybe comment what class you want to see me tackle next in this task. But as always, have a good day, take it easy, and peace!